Hey guys, Bree here. So welcome to my YouTube channel and actually welcome to my first ever YouTube video. So for today's video, I will be doing a Q&A. A while back on my Instagram, I did ask you guys to ask me a couple questions that you guys wanted to know, regardless to my business and just like little things like that. So you guys thankfully did ask a couple questions. So I will be answering a couple of those, and I will also be talking about the reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel and kind of what to expect as my content. So yeah, let's get right into the questions. So I will be answering my questions here on my MacBook. So yeah, let's get started. So the first question that I received was, where are you from? So I am from Los Angeles, California. So if you guys are looking for a local treat maker here in LA, I'm here. So yeah, I mean, if you guys ever want strawberries or like literally any other treat, I'm like more than happy to make it for you guys. So another question that I received was, why did you decide to do sweets? So it all started back in, I believe, 2020. Um, it was during COVID. I was in eighth grade. So it all started just because I did some chocolate covered strawberries for my mom for Mother's Day. I remember I had gone to the groceries and I had seen this like chocolate wafer, like, just the chocolate. And I remember I grabbed it because I've always been like the biggest fan of chocolate covered strawberries. So I was like, okay, like, why not take them? So I remember I had them there like in the house and like I wouldn't put them to use at all. And Mother's Day came around, so obviously like I was 13 at the time. So obviously being young, having no money or anything, I decided to make them for my mom like as like a little gift for her Mother's Day present. And I remember they were just plain. I had mixed like a bit of food coloring with the chocolate, and it was water based uh food coloring, so obviously it's like it messed up the consistency, so obviously the chocolate really wasn't the best. But I remember I like did them and I gifted them to her, and I don't remember if she liked them or not, but as for presentation, it was really really bad. I remember I had bought in like a tin foil and all that, so I just gave them to her. And after that, it was actually my aunt's idea who kind of started it all, because she told me like, hey, why don't you start like selling these sweets? I'll tell my coworkers that you're selling chocolate covered strawberries, and like I'll get you orders. And I remember that the first day that she told her coworkers, I actually ended up getting 5 dozens. um and I was like really really shocked, because like if you think about it, 5 dozen is a lot of berries. So yeah, so that was how it started. um After I saw that it was kind of getting somewhere like with her coworkers, I decided to like make flyers using Canva. I absolutely love Canva. And I remember like I had used work that I had found on Google, like it wasn't even my original work. So I remember I had done that, and I started sharing it on my personal social media, and because of that I started getting clientele. So like a couple of friends would like place their orders like for like the whatever occasion they wanted the berries for. So that was that. And then after that, I started gaining like more practice, obviously, like with every order. It like the designs and everything, like it started to look better. So once I saw like that it was getting more and more on my personal account, I was like, why not start making it into like another Instagram account? And like I wanted more people to like continue seeing my work. So it was in December of 2021 that I started my my business account. So that was that, and I started, posting it like on my personal social media, like, hey, I've started like another Instagram just to focus on my sweets. So I started gaining followers from there, but it wasn't always easy just because I wasn't always consistent. Again, work was kind of similar. I wouldn't do like a lot of treat makers know how to do like character designs. I wasn't still there yet. Like it was just like simple drizzle and things like that, like toppings. And of course, like my posts for social media weren't like the best. Like the advertising, I guess, just wasn't there yet. But as time obviously has passed by now, um, I've managed to establish like a really I like to think that it's a good the way I have it right now. So yeah, so that's kind of like the whole story and why I started it in the first place. It was all because of Mother's Day. So yeah. So another question that I received was, how old were you when you started your business? And again, I was 13. I was in 8th grade, and this was all during like COVID. And it was actually really good that it was during COVID because I had more time to focus on it. Kind of like practicing, getting more skills and all of that. So it was definitely like the perfect timing for it all. Another question that I received was, do you enjoy making your sweets? And the answer to that is, I absolutely like love making my sweets. I've found like a really big passion to make them. It really helps me like take my minds off things, or like even if I'm stressed, like yeah, like I'll have big orders and it could be sometimes pretty stressful, but it's always nice because I just kind of have like some alone time. It's kind of just me. I like to always put like music on and just like focus on the work that I'm doing. So it's definitely something that I really enjoy, and I just absolutely love it, and I wouldn't trade it for like anything else in the world. Like it's just me and my small business against the world. But yeah. So another question that I received was, how do you manage school and business? And this is honestly like one of the bestest questions ever because I am currently a junior in high school. So that they always say like junior year is like the hardest year, and it honestly has been a bit. It's been pretty tough. But yeah, so usually when it comes to orders that I have to turn in, like whether it's at school or something, or that I know I have to like deliver after school, I'll usually wake up like around 5 in the morning to kind of get it out of the way. Usually I wake up at 6 to start getting ready for school, so it's not really like it doesn't really affect me as much if I wake up like an hour before just to do like an order. But usually I will wake up earlier than the usual. There's times where I do have flash sales. So normally, like if I need my strawberries washed or things like that, or even if it's like to have the strawberries cut up, like let's say for like churro cheesecake bites or something, I'll do it like the night before, and then I'll probably bake the night before too. Or like if I'm just dipping strawberries, I'll have my strawberries washed the night before, and then I'll just wake up earlier, just to do like the rest, whether it's dipping, cutting the churro cheesecake, or just things like that, or whether it's just putting it like in the trays. um or there's times I actually do play soccer, so I'm like I have to stay after school for practices. But if I know that I have orders to do or that are still not completed, I'll just not go to practice, and like I'll just you know like do what I need to do with my business. But yeah, so that's that. Another question that was asked was, what made you want to start your business? And honestly, I had no like intention on starting a business. Again, I was 13 when I began, so I was kind of really close-minded, so I didn't really have like no inspiration, or I kind of didn't really know that I could have taken it to where I am now. Um it was honestly until I decided to like start my whole business account like on Instagram that I was taking it more serious. Because again, it was just kind of like a hobby. I was just doing it for fun. But honestly, just seeing how my work was, and just the fact that people were willing to buy, because it all started with chocolate covered strawberries. So again, just the fact that people were willing to buy like these berries that I would make for me, it was just like it was a great feeling, and because people were liking and accepting my work. So it was just because of that, like I continued, and honestly, there's no regrets on doing what I do or like how it started. Um, yeah, so that's honestly how my whole business started. So now moving on to why I started my whole YouTube channel was because I just genuinely want to continue getting my work out there, and I really want to reach like a whole bunch of like new people, and I want to have like this base where I can just like socialize with like other many treat makers and kind of just also gain like new clientele. Seeing my work that has been kind of getting better and better throughout the time, I do see this as something like I could do as like I'm getting older or something, or just take it like as a career path, like as a baker or just anything like that that has to do like with these little pastries. So that is just definitely like my goal, just to continue getting my work out there and things like that. And I really think that YouTube would be such a big help, just because there's like millions of people who can like look at your videos and things like that, and that's definitely something that I want to achieve. Now also moving on kind of like the content to expect. I know it's kind of like very limited as what a treat maker can kind of post, because Instagram is a thing, and Instagram, you could do your reels and just things like that. um but again, it's also limited on Instagram, where it's just like a minute and a half and just things like that. Like a couple of videos that I've done is just kind of me showing the process of how I'm doing a couple things, and I've actually done like a voiceover, like kind of a day in my life with me, but it's always cut down. So that's why I wanted to do the whole YouTube stuff, just because I can also kind of bring you guys along in like my full days and not just keep it short, because like beyond a treat maker, I also have a life, and I just want to have you guys there with me, kind of seeing how it is, kind of seeing I how I go like day to day with my business, and kind of fitting it in into like my daily life. So it would kind of be like a daily life, like a day in the life as a treat maker, or like a week with me, and kind of just see what that week is like for me, and little things like that. So kind of like just vlogging, and just like carrying you guys along with me, and you just kind of being there, kind of seeing just everything that I do. So now with all of that being said, I will wrap up today's video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any suggestions on anything that you guys would like to see, make sure to comment down below, and I will also put my social media on the description box below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys next video. Bye!